We really felt like there was a need for proper female coaching that takes care of the woman's health. Basically a one-stop shop, so we also do it all. We are 4 coaches on the TEAM4PRO, so we do the training, we do the posing, we do the nutrition, all have our specialties. So we also do, like, if people have gut issues, digestive issues, high cholesterol, diabetes, we also help get those issues better. We work a lot with blood work labs, supplements that can really help correct or control these different issues.
We're talking Team4Pro. For everybody at home, Team4Pro, started by Helle Trevino and Gina Caballero, Irene Anderson, and Jay Fox. They are dynamite women's bodybuilders. If you don't know, but I'm sure you guys all know. Okay, come on. If you guys have been around, you guys know who these ladies are. Please tell everyone at home why you guys started this and what is your overall mission for the athletes that you bring into onto the team.
One of the big reasons why we started is we thought there was too few women coaches. Actually, more women categories that are men categories. I think a woman should be prepared by a woman. Personally, it's a lot of things that I don't think a male can really put themselves into because he doesn't know how it is to be a woman. Also, how a woman's body functions. I mean, yeah, we are all born with the same skeleton and muscles, and we can all develop muscles, but we do have some different hormones. Also, in terms of PEDs, there's just I've seen some cases of women being prepped by men where the dosages were like way over the fence. I think still it's important to preserve a woman's system. There has to be a proper PED protocol. There has to be a proper coming off the protocol. I think women's system is more delicate than a man's. We do have estrogen. After a protocol, that estrogen has to come back. There are certain supplements that can help with that. You have to get back to getting your period and having your system normalized before, say, you can go on another prep. We really felt like there was a need for proper female coaching that takes care of the woman's health. We wanted to provide better coaching for women. That's why we got together, us 4. We have so many years of expertise. We wanted to work in a team because we are all team players.
Was there anything else that you could say you saw that you're hoping either your efforts individually or your efforts as a unit will help solve for any of the athletes competing today?
The most important points are like one-stop shop, and the other one is really like women's health. In many ways, we just want to really inspire and motivate women and men. We work with men as well. The urge for really giving back to the sport and helping the new generation come up to do it the healthy way.
And that's, to me, what makes you such a great leader. The fact that you have been there and done great things, and yet you have a heart to serve. And the only way that we're going to keep this sport alive really is by reaching back and recycling and disseminating information out to people, like you said, that are coming in, because we are our own resources. When it comes specifically to competitive bodybuilding at the highest level, you don't. And so being able to be our own resource and have our own tools that can be shared and discussed, so that, again, when I was coming in a few years ago, I haven't been in that long, but I wish there was like a manual, or there had been a how-to video, or something like this. It was kind of like, okay, sure, this is what I'm supposed to do based off of what I'm told. Cool, keep your head down, don't ask really any questions, and just do what you need to do. So many people are like that. I'm not the only one. We've all been there.
Another aspect that I think is important, like I mean, there's so many things if you're new you don't know about. I mean, we want to help that you're not standing there stranded on an island and you're like, I don't know what to do.
Segueing into my last two questions, because you are both athlete and coach, so I'm sure that you have, in conversations with your mentees, maybe talked about setting intentions and maybe what words come to mind when they're setting those intentions for whether it's training or whether it's a goal, right? So, Helle Trevino, what is one word or theme that comes to your mind when you think of this year stepping back out? What is your intention for 2024 women's bodybuilding season?
Well, the first thought that came into my mind was excitement. It's not necessarily an intention. I'm just happy to be excited about. It's not just something I'm just doing because this is my job and this is what I'm used to doing. And it's like there was years I couldn't even imagine taking a year off. I'm just beyond excited to be back and be pushing, and I can't wait to mold into the body that I want to show on stage. As far as intention, the first word that came into my mind spontaneously was aesthetic. There's been a trend lately going towards more size, and yeah, it's bodybuilding, and we are the biggest category, and there needs to be size. But for me personally, you can't have size without aesthetics, and it all boils down to like, what's your personal interpretation of bodybuilding? And for me, the way I picture myself is more like in terms like, not so much in terms of male bodybuilding, but more like a classic physique body. So classic physique in the women's category. So great size, but small waist, aesthetic posing. A lot of people out there has been curious of like, what is Helle Trevino gonna bring? What I'm gonna bring still remains to be seen. But my intention for my look will be not necessarily more size, but more aesthetics. Even though, yes, this is bodybuilding, but it's women's bodybuilding. You gotta look like a woman. You gotta move like a woman. I feel like if you, as a woman's bodybuilder, loses your touch with your own femininity, then we're losing.
Right.
And then the interpretation is, what's femininity? Because for some people it's like being small, being skinny, being submissive. But for other women, for myself, what's femininity? I feel like you can be super feminine with muscles. You can go to the gym even without PEDs. I'm just talking like for those who want to use PEDs, for if you're a pro and you went that route, also, now we talked about the team. We have lots of natural athletes, and you can build a really good muscle without anything, whether PEDs or not. We need to preserve the femininity, and femininity is something for me that comes from within.
Yes.
It's like the way you act. It's the way you talk.
It's your energy that you exude from
It's
within.
yes. Do you exude a masculine energy
Right.
or a feminine energy? Aesthetics and femininity is something that I really want to put in the forefront.
I'll piggyback off that and say that I'm so glad that you said that, because to me, yes, it is about being competitive. It really is, and having that dialed in body that they want. But I am unapologetic when I say, who cares if you have a dialed in body and it is competitive and ready to go, if you aren't from head to toe exuding in your own version femininity, period. Beauty is subjective, just like muscle, but femininity is not. And again, if we're doing all these things to mask our femininity, to sacrifice for, right, then again, we're at a loss.
It's the total package, really.
It
Like
is.
you want to just walk in on the stage. I mean, you've been working for it all year. You want to present some glamour, some
Yes,
elegance,
that's what I'm talking about.
some deliciousness. It's like,
That's what I want to
if you're
feel like next
going
time.
out,
Delicious.
yeah, delicious, right? You want to feel delicious. You want to do the hair. You want to
Yes,
do the makeup.
yes, and
It's
have the
like
big muscle. Let's go.
your suit is like your evening gown, right?
Yeah.
So you want to have the right color that matches
Yep.
your colors with your hair and your skin, and what looks good and what suits the whole package. Go in there and feel like a queen, and just feel like a delicious snack, right?
Yes, yes. So we can expect that when Hella shows up at Rising and the O, her
It's
goal
gotta
isn't
be
just to,
snack time.
yes, her goal isn't just to compete, everybody. It's to go up there looking like a delicious snack.
Exactly.
People
That's
will
the
be, they'll be like,
thing.
did she come to compete or is this a beauty? What? I'm not. That's what you want.
Use that show day to show off what you got, muscularity wise, but also woman wise.
Show up, bringing your best and looking your best.
One
Exactly.
thing, as I say, one thing doesn't rule the other thing out.
There you go. Well, last question. We touched on it a little bit in the beginning, but I want to drive it home, and I want to leave people with something. So we've touched on the Team4PRO. We've touched on your camp and what you and who you have on your team, and we've touched on the fact that you're feeling your best ever in your entire career, and you are ready to come back out to show up and compete, and you want to take it. What really, besides the excitement, besides the missing the stage and all of that, okay, there's got to be just one little thing that we haven't touched on that is underneath all the good stuff that is really driving you to show up and not just compete, but you want to compete and you want to take it. Last thing you want to leave us with.
Let me just dig deep in myself for a second. What's a really deep drive? The really deep drive comes from that I know I can do it. I know if I come right, I have a belief that I can win that title. I have a belief that I have the body, that I have the physique. I have to come in right. I have to make smart decisions, and I have to use the knowledge that I've gained throughout so many years. I believe truly in my heart that when I bring the real Helle Trevino out, the look I have in my head, I can win the title. And that's my drive.
Being able to assess properly what didn't work, what wasn't working, face it, and then fix it, turn it around.
And just leave everything out, things
Yeah.
that didn't work. Just don't let yourself get affected by it. Don't carry anything around.
Right,
Stepping back gives
right.
you clarity.
Or as you said earlier, the saying goes, take that step back so you can take 2 steps forward. And that's what Helle Trevino is doing this year. She's taking 2 giant leaps, not steps. We're taking 2 giant leaps this year. I said 2. You got 2 leaps to go, girl.
Yep.
So this has been an amazing discussion. I am so grateful for the time, for the friendship, for the fellowship, and just exchanging the knowledge. I hope that you guys get a lot from this interview. And I went in different places today with Helle because I don't want you to just be sitting here listening to Helle talk about Helle. I want you guys to get more about the different nuances, why it inspires someone like Helle to do the things that she does and to continue on the path that she continues on. And again, if anybody is watching, if you don't have a coach or someone that you have connected with, be sure to check out Team4PRO on Instagram or you can look up Helle Trevino's handle as well. The most important thing I want people to take from this is get connected. Get connected. Either get connected with the coach or get connected with some kind of mentor or somebody that can help bridge the gap for you. That's what we did today. We're going to keep that going all season long. Helle, best of luck as you prepare to get ready for Rising and for the Olympia this year. And FitAccessNow will be here every step of the way, following your journey and following everyone else's journey as we prepare for this 2024 women's bodybuilding season. This has been another installment of Fit Access News with Danielle Willis. And again, special guest, Helle Trevino. Thank you so much, Helle.
Thank you so much for having us. This is an awesome program. So I love to be on here. Thank you so much for having me.
Yay. So be sure, if you guys haven't, please like, subscribe. If there's anything that you want to see from the FitAccessNow, please drop it in the comments, or be sure to shoot us an email. Again, I'm your host, Danielle Willis with Helle Trevino. Until next time, please be good to yourselves and be good to others.